What's up, y'all? Neo the Don coming at you. I had a dream. Uh, a little bit before this afternoon. Crazy. It was a crazy dream. I liked it, but it was crazy. Uh, so, first part of the dream, I'm in the mall and I'm going to different stores. And as I'm going to different stores, uh, the first store I go to is this a black dude, kind of young, a younger black dude, maybe my age or so, or a younger black dude. But I go in the store and I see them, you know what I'm saying? I see him and I see his crew or what have you. Then I go to another store, and in this store, these guys are in this store. Uh, and not only are they in this store, but they notice that I'm in the store. So I leave out of that store, and then we go into another store, which is Victoria's Secret. And by this time, the guys are like, cause it's a dude, like I said, it's a black dude, and he basically got dudes that's working for him. He like the leader of them or something like that. So, cause that's what it seemed like. Cause these dudes are there like laying in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? The dudes that's with him, not like walking with him. They like in different parts of the store, watching him, watching over him. You know what I'm saying? To protect him or what have you. So he must be some kind of boss or something. So by the last time I'm in there in the Victoria's Secret, then they finally say something. They say, "Man, niggas, you following us or something?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't following y'all." And then one of the dudes that was with him, I knew for sure had a pistol in his waistline. You know, and I was like, they was like, "You following us, nigga?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, I ain't following y'all." They was like, "Nigga, nah, you following us, nigga. You done came, nigga. We went to this store, you know what I'm saying, and you came in here, and there, we went to this other store, you came in there, and now we in this store in Victoria's Secret, and you here, you know what I'm saying?" And I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, you know what I'm saying, and I wasn't scared or nothing. I was like, at the same time, like, "Say, bro, hey, listen. You tripping, nigga. This the mall, nigga. I can go wherever I want to, first of all, but not only that, you are, my mom, she got a bill, you know what I'm saying, here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to, I might have to pay her bill or something," which I did not at the time. I don't know why I ended up going into the same stores with them. I don't know. But they definitely had a problem with it. So I left out of there, and, because them dudes was being hostile or whatever, and I had to, and so I left out of there, and then I tried to, I started going to different sections of the mall because they were chasing me or whatever, they were after me, you know what I'm saying? So then I came to this one section in the mall, and I ran into some person. I ran into some person, and they were like trying to, they start like trying to help me, trying to guide me to safety or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who it was. Was it a white dude? Seemed like I don't know, bro. But they was trying to, the person that I ran into was trying to help me because I was in the mall, like I said, it's a light setting. So when I go in there, the dude started giving me instructions on stuff. You know what I'm saying? He like, "Hey, go here, go right here, and go up here." So he started telling me, you know what I'm saying? So I following this. It's crazy because it's basically at this point I have no choice but to either deal with the people behind me, you know what I'm saying, the black dudes that's being hostile with me, or go forward into a new territory with new people, with a new person, new people. I don't know, But at this time, the danger behind me is too imminent. I really don't have much of a choice. I keep going. So I keep going forward, and they tell me, he say, hey, now go up here, go straight, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, and so I did everything that he told me to do, and then he said, hey, now stand right here, and it was by like some kind of trash can or something. He's like, stand right here, and when I stood right there, then cause man, I'm talking about they was on my ass, like it was like they were the dudes that was chasing me was on my ass, so it was like I had to get there really, really, quick and in time. So when I got there, they were coming after me. They had came in the store. I went in and they were coming after me. So I did what the dude told me to do. I stood where he told me to stand, and the floor came up. The floor came up. It was like a secret basement or something. You know what I'm saying? It was a secret basement that you had to go in and lift it up. And so I went in there, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, damn, who is this? What is this? Who are these people? You know what I'm saying? And then I went in there, I went down in there, and it was, then it became I guess you could say an underground house or something, man, because we were in a house. I was hanging with some dudes. I mean, it's like a white guy, older white guy, and I don't know who else was in the house. And then he just immediately, as I got in there, the white dude started, he like started operating on me, but it wasn't a bad thing, like, dude, like, it was like I just had to go with the flow. I had to go with what they was telling me to do. You know what I'm saying? I had no choice. Kind of like, it put me in the mindset of when Neo from the Matrix, when he was following the instructions of Lawrence Fishburne, at the time that the agents had finally figured out who Neo was, or thought they knew, whatever, man. They knew he was somebody that Morpheus was recruiting or whatever, and he had, he was gonna be somebody to the movement. But at the time, the agents didn't know who exactly that Neo was, but they were after him. So Lawrence Fishburne helped him, get away from the agents that were coming to get him out of his job or whatever, And so it put me exactly in that same mind frame. So I go down here. I go down to this house, down underground or whatever. And also don't forget that thing closed behind me. When I went down into the opening upstairs and went down, it closed behind me. So they didn't, like, I'm talking about in the nick of time, to where they were on my ass, but they didn't know where I went. So like I said, went downstairs. I went downstairs. Met this white dude, older white dude, and immediately he started working on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he was a doctor, surgeon, or what. He had to be some kind of specialist or whatever, because he ended up first he put like from the back to the front. He put this silver. I don't know how this shit. It was long, but this silver. I don't want to say pole, silver. It was a silver stick, silver metal stick. He pushed it from the back of my head to the front of my forehead, to where it was sticking out of my forehead, about right here. And then and it hurt. It did well. Hey, it hurt. It hurt. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't pleasant. You know what I'm saying? It hurt, but it wasn't. It hurt. But it wasn't just super excruciating where I was like, but it hurt. And then he did the same thing equally, on the other side, put it through the back, and it went through the front, came through about right here, and it came through, you know what I mean? And I poked out. So, he did that, and he was saying, hey, we have to do some tests on you to see how you think. And basically, like, to study your brain and your brain wavelengths and all these things. We have to study this. So this is why we're doing this. Uh, so he put them in there. Then I called somebody. I was talking to them on the phone. My speech was a tad bit slurred because of the operation. And he also told me when he put these things in, he said, at first he said, I guess I was working for them by then, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how this went, but he was like, right now you're getting paid 59 cents a day. But on the first, starting the first, you'll be getting paid $700 a day. Uh, so I'm just listening to him. Like I said, it was a couch over there. Uh, and like I said, this is crazy kind of atmosphere or whatever, but I felt safe here. I felt way safer. I felt safer. I felt like, hey, I have no choice here. So he talking about doing he did the operation and all this stuff. I was like, I have no choice here but to do what he's saying to do, because now I'm in their territory, and it's either this or let them dudes have at me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I say, so I'm in there chilling. I called somebody on the phone. I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking on the phone. I think I was cooking some food. I was in the kitchen cooking some food while I'm talking on the phone, telling them. I think I'm telling them about their experience of what's going on and what happened. They put these things in my head. My speech is slurred, but I'm still able to talk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired. I'm fatigued while I'm talking. So the white dude, he come back in and he see me, and he kind of see I'm a little bit tired or whatever. He like, hey man, he's like, hey, go get you something. Sit down. Go get you something to eat. I can't remember if I threw up either when he put that stuff. I might have threw up when he put that stuff in my head. When he put those two things in my head, metal prongs, whatever you call them. When he put them in my head, I can't remember if I threw up or not. But he was like, when he came back in the room, because like I told you, he had left me in there for a second. When he came back in, he was like, hey man, he was like, go ahead and sit, have a seat, get you something to eat, relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax or whatever. And then that part. Then the next scene, he was like, relax, man. You basically, I felt in good hands. I felt like I was in good hands. I felt like, what I mean, like everything was gonna be okay for that moment, and they were here to help. You know what I'm saying? So they were here to help these people. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a team of people, bro. Team of people. It wasn't just the one person. Like they all were working together, to help me. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Matrix. Just like the Matrix, bro. So the next part was I was in my car, so I left from that scene. So now the next scene is a different scenery. I'm in my car now, sitting in my car. It's daytime. I see them same dudes, you know what I'm saying, or seem like the same dudes, or somebody else, like a black dude with braids or whatever, coming up on me, coming up, walking up the street. And I guess they see me again, so I see them kind of far off, but I see him. One of them got a gun in his hand, so he coming up on my car, but he don't know I'm strapped too. You know what I'm saying? So he come up, and I had the gun in my seat, in my passenger seat, sitting in the passenger seat. So when he walking across the car. Like I say, he don't know. I don't think he know I got a gun, but he got one. He ready to do something with it. So he come and walk from my driver's side, front of my driver's side to the passenger side. So he walking to get to my passenger window to point the gun at me. So by that time, I picked up my gun and I'm pointing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to point it. I'm getting it off safety. About to point it at him and bust his ass. Hopefully before he kill me, before he shoot me. And so he get to my front window, and he didn't bust. He had the gun on me, but he didn't bust. And I'm still getting my gun together. And then he get to that back window, and he pointed at me. You know what I'm saying? And I got my gun, but I got my gun pointed at him by this time. And you know what I'm saying? The dream, he didn't bust, and I had mine pointed at him. So the dream ended right there. So God bless, man. Love y'all. Thanks for listening.